Live from Arkansas streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7 on THV 11 Plus.
Good morning. We are happy to have you on our stream this morning. This is a big day. It's Friday for one.
It is Friday.
The weather's been beautiful,
and
Tracy.
it's not raining.
It's not raining, so maybe the traffic will be good, Ashley.
That's right, yeah.
And our own Hayden Balgavy, a sports aficionado, is joining us from the very loud crowd down at Lake Hamilton. Good morning.
He's so happy. I know. You can just see all the football excitement.
Got the band all playing, all fired up, ready to rock and roll. I had to get down from my perch. I'm walking away. I'm going this way because I want to show everything that's going on right now. We are so fired up. I've been in the stands. I smacked a poor little girl with the big Lake Hamilton flag this morning. I had to give her a quick hug and apologize because I was so excited and ready to go. This crowd, I wish you guys could be here in person because Lake Hamilton is so excited for this ball game. This is something that happens one time a year. It is a rivalry that is indescribable unless you are a part of it. Lake Hamilton and Lakeside. Lakeside, such an amazing football team, such an amazing program. But when it comes down to today, well, this is an unbelievable atmosphere that keeps going and going. This band is amazing. We got to give them a break because they've been playing all morning long. Y'all take a quick break. Y'all take a quick break. You're good. You're good. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we're ready to go right here. I'm so excited for this game because in 12 exact hours from right now, it's no longer talk. It's no longer hype. It's a showdown here about, 300 yards from me right now on the field at Lake Hamilton High School. We have so much more coming up on THV 11 Plus. I'm so excited to be here. I'm trying to get them out of first period, to be honest. I think they should skip the whole school day if they could, because they got to get ready for this ball game tonight, y'all.
And they got up early to be there with you, too. You got to give them credit.
Yes, they did.
All right, Hayden, enjoy the party. We know you're in your zone, sports zone.
Yeah, well, all of the excitement is coming back here to the studio. We've all got a little electric excitement ready for a football season.
Feeling that energy.
How could you not, you know?
Yeah, we wish we could be there with you. Tell them all we said hello and good luck to everyone. But luckily, there's no rain today. That makes things
Tracy,
a little bit better.
The weather's been wonderful. And traffic, that helps because then it's not wet outside.
Although we do have an accident that we've been keeping an eye on this morning. But yeah, luckily no rain on the roadways because that was a mess.
That was a mess. It was. And luckily, we're going to dry out all weekend long. So enjoy it.
Dude, let's take a look.
All right. Yeah, let's see what's going on with traffic right now and see where that accident is. Getting an overview of Central Arkansas and the metro area. You can see there is that one area that we want to talk about. Looks like something else just popped up there around Cabot. We'll get a closer look at that in just a second. So that must have just popped up. But let's talk about this accident on 40 eastbound. This is around the Morgan exit, and it is blocking the left-hand shoulder. There's an ambulance on scene and law enforcement. In fact, you can get a look at that right here. Now, the ambulance is already pulled away, and the tow truck is loading up a vehicle right now. So it looks like that this should be clear pretty soon, but it has people putting on their brakes and slowing down, which they should. Just know that this is going to take a while to recover. If you're coming in from Conway, it's a 37-minute drive, and I believe it is a little bit slower this morning because of that accident. It is only 18 minutes if you're coming in from Benton and Cabot, just a 19-minute drive. Tracy?
All right, all of that rain we received yesterday has made its way south. That frontal boundary just riding along that line, but they are seeing some heavier rain again there in Louisiana, moving over there into Mississippi. Here in Arkansas, we're still seeing a few of those light showers in the southern portion of the state, but nothing here in central Arkansas and really the rest of the state, and they are moving on out of here. So again, it's going to be a gorgeous day for everyone today. Maybe just a few of those showers this morning down there. 63 in central Arkansas. We're seeing a few 50 still lingering around this morning around Mountain Home and West Memphis. We've also got Jonesboro there. Hopefully maybe we can get some of those 50s here sooner or later. Your hour by hour planner for today, it is going to be gorgeous. Yesterday, I know we had all of that rain. We had too much rain yesterday, and we'll talk about those amounts here in a little while. But we're going to see a mix of sun and clouds today, looking for that high to be in the upper 70s, lower 80s today. Again, absolutely gorgeous, especially for all of the football games. Hometown Friday forecast at Wolf Stadium. Hayden there is there with all of the Wolves, that Wolf pack looking good. And tonight when you're heading out to the football game around 7 p.m., it's going to be great, right around 79, 80 degrees. So take a light jacket though, just for that ending, just in case you get a tad bit chilly. Ashley?
We have continuing coverage this morning as we learn more about the Minneapolis church shooting that killed 2 children and hurt 18 others. Police say 23-year-old Robin Westman, a member of the church, may have scouted the building in the weeks before the attack. Federal officials say Westman, identified as transgender, having changed their name from Robert to Robin in 2020 to reflect a female identity. Investigators have found journals and online posts showing an obsession with mass shootings.
The shooter expressed hate towards almost every group imaginable. The shooter idolized some of the most notorious school shooters and mass murderers in our country's history.
On Thursday, the community gathered to honor those lost, 8-year-old Fletcher Merkel on the left and 10-year-old Harper Moisky on the right. Their parents are calling on leaders to address gun violence and mental health. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey called for stronger gun laws and condemned using the shooting to target the transgender community. Meantime, the family of Tyree Nichols is bracing for another emotional trial. A federal judge granted 3 former Memphis officers a new hearing after finding the original judge's comments created the appearance of bias. Judge Mark Norris reportedly said Memphis police had been, quote, infiltrated by gangs during a meeting with federal officials days after one of his clerks was shot in an unrelated case. The ruling affects these 3 men. Darius Bean, Justin Smith, and Demetrius Haley, all convicted of obstruction through witness tampering. Community leaders say the decision could deepen mistrust, especially after federal investigators already found Memphis police used excessive force and discriminated against black residents.
I think on its face, a lot of people will see this and assume that this is to benefit the law enforcement officers. When you peel back the layers, it might not only be a further indictment of the officers, it's in a lot of ways a larger indictment of the entire police department.
Judge Norris did recuse himself right before sentencing. The new ruling does not impact Emmett Martin or Desmond Mills Jr. They had already pleaded guilty. It is 7:07 now to a THV 11 update. A federal court is siding with Arkansas in a casino dispute with Cherokee Nation businesses. The case centers on the $320 million resort plan for Pope County blocked by voters last November. Cherokee Nation argued the decision violated the U.S. Constitution, but the judge upheld the state's authority. The Attorney General calling it a major win, while Cherokee leaders say they will review their next steps. Another update this morning, a pilot program to cut prisoners repeatedly returning to jail, known as recidivism, is moving forward. The State Board of Corrections just selected its first site. The Central Arkansas Community Correction Center, located near War Memorial Stadium and the Little Rock Zoo, a busy commercial area, will be transitioned for this pilot program. It will offer housing, addiction recovery, and job training for inmates nearing the end of their terms.
But it's supposed to be for people that are getting out within 6 months to give them a crash course, I'm going to say, on life skills, how they get their driver's license how they apply for jobs, a lot of things like that.
Governor Sanders wants 100 participants to start. The facility can hold up to 170. Meantime, the governor is making changes for Arkansas state employees. Starting October 1st, remote work will no longer be allowed, with the governor pushing for more in-person interaction. Office hours also expand to 8 to 5 with flexible scheduling options available. And the infant at work policy now extends across all state agencies. That means parents of babies up to 6 months old can bring their child to work if their supervisor approves. To other news now, the CDC is facing another leadership shakeup. Jim O'Neill, a former tech investor and current HHS deputy secretary, has been named interim director after President Trump fired his previous pick. Hundreds of current and former CDC employees rallied in Atlanta Thursday to support top officials who resigned following the latest CDC director, Susan Monarez's dismissal. The White House defends the firing but offered few details.
president has the authority to fire those who are not aligned with his mission.
We need a scientific leader at the agency, and without that, we knew that we couldn't continue.
The shakeup comes as new, more narrow COVID vaccine authorizations are announced and weeks before the next advisory committee on immunization practices meeting. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy is calling for that meeting to be postponed, saying any recommendations would lack legitimacy amidst all this turmoil.